Good morning, guys. Welcome back to Shine. Here in the second episode of Shine Time, we're going to walk you through 3 projects that we got in the shop today. One of them is going to be your track car. Maybe you guys can guess it, maybe not. It's pretty common. Second is going to be your daily driver. Pretty common. It's an EV. And third, we're going to have to show you that. Let's go take a look at the shop and walk through the whole process. All right, guys, so first in the shop is this 2024 Corvette CA Stingray getting our full body Expel paint protection film. That's coverage of the entire vehicle, every painted surface, including this kind of grayish silver, as well as the accent colors, which are the black. All of it's getting paint protection film. As you can see, Phil and George are working on the back hatch. This hatch technically calls for a 2-piece, which have a seam down the middle. We did a custom piece, which is a 72-inch piece of film by 6.5 feet long. So there's no seam in the middle and just all custom coverage. We took out the vents here on the side to make sure we have minimal lines that show. And then instead of having a piece up there, that's all one piece as well where Phil's trimming. We're gonna go ahead and finish that up. Probably sometime end of this week, get it all ceramic coated and send it out of the store. I'm sure almost 90% of everybody that follows us guessed this one. Yes, it is a Tesla. Yes, it is an EV. It is a Model X, and we're doing the full thing as we usually do. Full paint protection film on the front of the car. That's gonna be coverage of the hood, fenders, headlights, bumper, mirror caps, and your A-pillars. We have already tinted the vehicle, so as you can see, definitely really dark. So client opted for a 45% tint on the front windshield. This as well is done in a 1-piece of film. So we take off all the components down the middle so there's no seam there. And this entire windshield, which goes back about 6 feet, is gonna be all 1 piece of tint with no light gaps, no debris, no edges showing. Very custom, very unique. Along the sides, as you walk down, you'll see we did a 5% tint on the entire vehicle. So how we accomplished that, being that the back already has a privacy glass from the factory, is we did a 15% tint, which drops it down to 5%. And then we did 5% tint on the front 2 windows, which makes it nice and uniform. So the entire vehicle has protection from the sun and the UV. And there's also 2 windows that are tinted on top here that we did a maximum tint of 30%. And the reason why we do a maximum of 30% is the heat absorption on the top. We don't want to break the glass. So 30% is the highest you can go up top there. Still keeps all the UV and heat out. And this whole entire cabin is going to be nice and cool for the summer. All right, guys, last but not least, it's the 1957 Gasser, the project we were talking about back in the office. I'm gonna just let you look at this thing for a little bit and just admire it. It's a work of art. This gentleman has well over, I talked to him this morning when he came by for a checkup, about 4,000 hours into the vehicle, including everything that he's done, right? He's built the whole entire car, top to bottom. The only thing that he didn't do was paint. That went over to our guys over at Mahood's Paint and Body. The car was literally assembled by him. The glass was put in by him. Just alone, he told me today that the steering column in the inside of the car where the shaft comes out into the engine bay took 40 hours to manufacture just to make sure it could only have 1 knuckle out instead of the full shaft into the engine bay. So that alone is 40 hours. I mean, you guys can tell how time consuming this project is. These are the vehicles we get trusted with, probably well north of 250 grand, 300 grand of a vehicle, plus the countless hours, time and effort that have gone into it, make it almost priceless. So the guys are, that's real. We're gonna leave that in here. The guys finished cut and polish. Everything's good on the paint so far. Now we're just going through and doing our process before ceramic coating. So kind of the unique thing we do is we go through and we cut and polish the paint. Then we go through and we start doing our little tidbits. So if a client's added in interior, wheels, frame, suspension, all that stuff gets done prior to coating. Then all the clean stuff gets done and the coating gets put on after to ensure that there's no scratches in the paint, there's no dirt being trapped underneath the coating, there's no oil or residue underneath the coating, everything's a clean surface as if it was in like a surgical institute. We want to make sure that it's a top notch before ceramic coating goes down. So take a look at it. Tom's going to walk you guys through it, and hope you guys enjoy your week. So I messed up. It's a 55, guys. Not a 57, it's a 55. There you go. All right, guys, it's Friday. We made it to the end of the week. We're gonna wrap up the last 2 projects. First one is the 2024 Corvette Stingray that you see behind us. Full XPEL paint protection film, every single piece on the car, including the body color as well as all the gloss black accents throughout the car. You guys saw we did the one piece hatch in a 72-inch roll of film, so there's no seam down the middle. And then at the very end, all ceramic coated, things ready to rock. It'll get picked up in about 30 minutes here or so. And then to your other side, you'll see the 2024 Tesla Model X that we did. And that's gonna be full front, what we call our essential XPEL paint protection film. So that's coverage of the hood, fenders. The A-pillar runs all the way up on this one. Mirror caps, inner and outer. So unlike most shops, we do the inner as well as the lower stocks. We consider that part of our full front. And even these little camera shrouds right here are done in paint protection film. Whole car got a correction in coating. Coating obviously on the film as well. And then previously in the videos you guys saw, we did tint. And the tint's all completed. Complimentary interior detail, and this thing's on its way as well. I hope to see you guys next week. Join our YouTube channel, like and subscribe. We'll see you then. Thanks, guys.